In three, two, one. Welcome back to the Author's Corner with AC Campbell. I am here with a premiere author. Her name is SP. She has her first premiere book, and they're starting off as part of a three-book series. Her name is SP, and how you doing today, man?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm doing great, and welcome to the Author's Corner. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. But I want to get started. I usually get started with my authors. Every author has a beginning. Every author has an origin story. Before we get into your books, explain how did you get started as a writer? What inspired you to first write?
So I have been writing for a long time, ever since I was a kid. Um, and that kind of fell off. I think, when you're growing up, you don't think about what you're actually good at because you don't realize it. You always just think what you want to be in life. So I was always good at writing and stuff. I just kind of put it on the back burner. And it wasn't until I went into like a dark, deep depression. maybe about a year ago after just over analyzing things about my past and a lot of things, not too important. But I prayed to God and I asked God, like if life is worth living, can you just show me my purpose? And the next day I got up and I just started to write. I didn't know where the writing was taking me, where it was gonna go, but hey, I got here. I also didn't want to put out the book, but my husband was like, you know what? Put the book out. I think somebody needs to hear it. So yeah, that's how that came about.
So how do we go from not putting the book out to so how do we go from there to publishing the first book?
A lot of encouragement because I am a truck driver. So um, when I first started writing a book, I would write it and then I would say, you know what, this is not like anybody uh, else's that I've heard when I think about urban fiction. I think about a lot of, spicy scenes and a lot of drama and a lot of, that girl that's kind of in this rough thing and she gets saved somehow with all this money. And I'm like, this book isn't going to be good. Nobody's going to read this book. They're not going to like it. You know what I'm saying? And I was actually hesitant to tell my husband about the book. But when I did, he was like, no, I think this is what people need. I think it's refreshing. And it took a while because a lot of things in this book is personal, though they're not true. They're true to the extent of some people, the traumas in the book and things like that. So he told me someone needed to hear it. So it took a lot of, crawling over to me at night saying, baby, just put out the book, just put out the book. You can't be scared of judgment to get
Mhm.
me here. But once I was full and focused of it, I was just like, you know what, bump it. We're here now. May as well make it a thing.
Well, I've been looking at your TikToks and I've been looking at a lot of your promo, and you have the book out now, Confessions of a Tomboy. Can you give us a little bit of snippet about it?
So I'll give you the backstory because I don't want to tell too much of the plots in this book. So the book is
Okay.
about a woman named Mariah Jackson. She is 39 years old. She is currently somewhere where she can't leave. I'll say it like that. She can't leave. And she begins to reflect on her life and about her teenage years. And she's wondering where it all went wrong. Um, Now, this book does kind of end on a cliffhanger, but throughout the series, we'll come to know like why Mariah acts the way she acts, why she treats people the way she does, and why she is in that current position in life.
I'm going to say this before I move on. As a veteran author myself, and been doing this show for a while, as a new author, you have actually when I guess when I hear people say, "Well, you don't think that we've all been there when we didn't think our first books would do very well." But I'm looking
Right.
at, like, say, your TikTok page. I'm looking at 'cause I do research on everybody I interview. You're getting a lot of good feedback for this book. I don't know if you realize that or not, but I'm seeing feedback.
Right. I mean, I'm getting good feedback, but I guess you have that kind of um thing where it's like, are they giving you the feedback that you want to hear, or is that how they actually feel? Like I'm so hesitant and I'm uh so not used to putting myself out there that when I do, I'm kind of scared to because it's like, do you really like it, or is it just you're just saying that just to not make me mad, you know? And I really do want positive feedback. I don't want to put out the next book and it's like, oh, this is a drag because I know it kind of plays slow. But at the same time, criticism is kind of what you need to improve. And I want to improve.
Well, good review, bad review. However, you'll be rewarded for the book. What hooked me about the book is not the cover, not your presentation. It's the fact that you're a new author. You have a great book. It's a great concept. That's why I wanted to interview you. That's why people are going to want to read that. So, like I say, you off to a great start, whether you know it or not.
Thank you.
Not a problem. So, my next question for you is, so how well when did you when did the footbook book first come out?
You said when did it first come out?
Hmm.
Okay, it came out October the 30th is when I released this book. And the next one won't come out until sometime in the spring. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, October the 30th. Right now I am waiting on some audio, so it will be on Audible for my truck drivers and people who like to listen. I don't know if I'm gonna put this shameless plug out there, but the Audible version will be available soon through my narrator, Jennifer D. I do have her tagged on my page somewhere, and I'll make a post about her. So if y'all can go follow her too, because she's new at this and she's trying her best, and us together we're working as a team to kind of show that women can get it done, even when we're beginners and we're new. We gonna get it done.
I don't doubt that at all. You're off to a great start, like I keep saying. So who published the book, or did you self-publish?
I self-published through Amazon KDP.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now for my new authors, for my new writers out there who want to be authors, was KDP hard for you, or was the steps kind of easy?
No, it wasn't hard. The thing I would say about KDP is have your ducks in a row. They're not going to edit for you. Um, they're not really going to show you exactly like the measurements of like the book cover and things of that nature. So you would have to do extensive research on your own. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's hard. It is very user friendly. But just keep in mind that whatever that you post on KDP, once you hit that publish button, it is out there. There is no way of taking it back. So make sure you proofread. Um, Make sure even when it comes to order your author copies or your proof copies before you actually hit publish, because I know a lot of people go in there and say my book is done, I just want to publish it and get it out there, and then you'll receive a book and your picture's all messed up and stuff. So yeah, it's free. um, just know you're gonna have to do a lot of the background work on your own.
No problem. Now, I know you have a trilogy coming, but do you have anything, or are you thinking about anything beyond that trilogy?
Yes, yes, I do have a lot of book ideas that I have started. Um, yeah, I would say it all does still follow that same raw grittiness that you get in this book. All my books or all my concepts for books right now are basically real life portrayed in an exciting way. Um, I guess you could say that because I wouldn't say this book is exciting, but you will feel personalized most of the time when you read my works.
Okay, not a problem. How much of yourself do you pour into your books?
With this one, quite a lot. Yeah, this one was quite a lot. Not so much of like my real life, but more so of that persona of growing up being a tomboy, being so I guess distant from the feminine way, I would say. Um, And a lot of that, I think, is because you go through things in life and you don't understand. Most of the time, when you hear tomboy, you just think, hey, that's a girl who plays with the guys or plays whatever. And sometimes it's about what made you in life or what happened to you in life that kind of makes you look at things in that way and not necessarily what you actually do, if that makes sense.
That makes plenty of sense. You mentioned earlier that right before you wrote the book, you sort of kind of just quit there, and then your husband just sort of pushed you along. We all have a muse that will, help us push that along. How instrumental has your husband been in pushing these books for you?
Can you say that again? You said how what?
How instrumental has your husband been? Because we all have that one muse that pushes us. How hard has he pushed you for these?
Oh, it's hard because I'm afraid to say it
And,
like this, but
and,
I'll say
and,
it like
re- and
this.
reason I ask that is because we got those times that we want to quit, and then
Right,
we just get one person that's just gonna keep getting in your head.
right,
But go ahead.
right. No, he's he's been amazing. I'm gonna say it like that because I've never met someone who will, even when we're on the truck and I'm saying like, hey, I want to finish this book. He will stop. He will stop. He will say, I will drive. I will do this. I will do that. And sometimes I do think he does see things in me that I don't see myself. I would have not continued this book if he did not continue asking me, like, hey, what's going on with the book? What's happening next? What's going on? Because I don't know. After certain passages, I'm like, I don't want to write this no more. It's too much on me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he lets me know that even though it might be painful to me, there's people out here that have been through certain scenarios that you talk about that they don't have anyone to speak to, or they think that they're going through it alone. And I really feel like they need to hear it. So just hearing that from him and the encouragement from him, it has been more than what I could imagine in a partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that you love your partner, but you really don't know how much you love your partner until they start to inspire you. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say because I ain't gonna cry. I don't want him to get big headed back there because I know he back there listening.
Well, no, no. Well, here's the whole thing. The purpose of the interview just is everything that encourages you, everyone that encourages you. Um, you can talk about anything and everything that encourages you. So that's not a problem. It's all good.
Right.
So, but my next question for you is, so any chance of going beyond Amazon as far as selling the book, or
Yes. Now I will say I think me being new, I prematurely, just did a YouTube search and thought that this would be the best course of action, but I don't think so. Not for me. And that's no, I think if it's your first book, yeah, take that avenue. You know what I'm saying? It's free, it's whatever. But I would say stack your money and do it on your own. Just because when you give other people or you get a middleman in a sense, you're limited to the things you can say, what you can do at any point in given time. Amazon could read my book because even though they don't help you edit, they will say, well, this book talks too much about this certain subject, or you say this word and that word. So, you know, you don't really want anybody limiting or censoring your creativity. So now, the next go around, I think I might just self-publish and then sell for myself instead of going those avenues. But like I said, it is great to get started, perfect, but just not for me, not for what I'm envisioning.
awesome, awesome. And I do like the fact that are doing an audiobook for truck drivers. But what about Kindle? Are you planning on doing Kindle, or do you already have it on Kindle?
Yeah, I already have Kindle. So if you do have Kindle Unlimited, the book is available for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. If not, it's the same 9.99. The paperback and the Kindle version is 9.99. So yeah, pretty fair prices too.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, do you have a? Are you planning on doing a website, or do you have a website, or?
I'm working on the website now. That's where I'm trying to. That's where I was. I'm new, so if I would have learned about this a long time ago, I would have been perfect. But yeah, I'm working on it.
Oh no, it's not even a problem. Cause I definitely understand. So my next question for you is, so where do you see today we're having this first interview. Let's say by the time we have another interview, I would say within the next couple of years, where do you see yourself?
Hopefully, I've made my home and I have me an office and I'm working on my books full time. Um, I feel like starting this book kind of opened Pandora's box, and now it's kind of where I want to be. I want to live in that space, and I'm tired of dedicating my time to employers that don't really care. I want to, I'm getting to the point where I just want to relax, and I see myself being an author. I really do. I see myself coming out with books on top of books. Though this is day one, and I'm feeling like it's a late start. It's my start, and yeah, I hope it excels.
It's never really too late. So no, you're off to again one more time off to a great start. So, I mean, I understand that it takes a minute to get there mentally, but you are definitely off to a great start. So, because I'm actually buying a copy of the book, and I'll be reviewing it later. So I'll let you know.
Okay,
Anyway,
right.
anyway, back to what I was saying. Sorry about that. Um, my next question for you is, beyond what's basically your writing style? What basically, or have you developed a style yet, or?
Um, Kind of, sort of, because like I said, I've been playing around with this book and other book concepts, and they all still have that same tone, that back end tone. Um, and I'll tell you this. So with because I don't think I'm ever coming out with that book just because. But I had another book that I was working on called Mary the Middle Child. And it actually talks about a girl who grows up being the middle child and kind of being overlooked by her siblings and things. And the way that she's portrayed in the book is like she does things to exude attention. She wanted attention and she was getting into things like fights and things of that nature. So I think the writing style, and you'll see once you get this book, it comes from a place of rawness, grittiness, uh, very urban, and things that us as Black people are used to. You're going to hear things that I think you grew up on, and you hear it, and you don't know at that time why it's or why it's being said or how to take it, but then looking back on it, you often realize like, okay, I get it now. So whatever that style is of, like I said, rawness, grittiness, but still sometimes humorous. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. So, how can we get to know you as an author? Where can we? I know we can buy your books on Kindle Unlimited, but how can we get to know you as an author? Um, Period. Learn about your books, things like that.
Okay. So I do have my TikTok. I think you hit me up on my personal TikTok. I do have a TikTok for my book now. It's called S. Wallace Writes, and I am trying to get that page to 1,000 followers so that I can go live on there. So that's S. Wallace Writes. I also have an Instagram of S. Wallace Writes. Now, the Instagram does have a lot of my poetry and things on it like that. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you will see my different styles of writing. Um, and then of course, yeah, you can follow my personal TikTok or catch me on one of these interviews and yeah, but you'll come to know that I'm very real, honest, and a little quirky sometimes, but yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Now, you said poetry. Ever thought about doing a poetry book?
I have. I have. I just don't I don't know if like I said, the book was big for me, so I don't know if everybody's ready to see me that vulnerable yet. I don't know.
I understand that. 'Cause everything depends on how you decide steps. As a writer, I definitely understand. So my next question is, and I got just a couple more left. My next question is, so when you're on the road and since you're a truck driver, what inspires you when you
What
to write?
inspired
When
me?
yes, man.
Um, uh, the thoughts. And like I said, you'll come to find that I'm in my head a lot. When you're truck driving, most of the time, if you don't have music or whatever you're doing while you're going on the road, all you have is your thoughts. And a lot of times, you think back on life and what life could have been, what it should have been. For me, a lot of times it's like I think back and I'm like, I'm so blessed because I could have been a lot of different places right now, but I'm here. So it's that, thinking about family, thinking about anything as you're going down the road. And I get inspiration for scenery a lot. So if I see something, I could see a tree and it'll remind me of climbing trees as a child. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I get you, I get you, I get you. And so, what do you like to do when you're not running?
Ooh, when I'm not running, I'm usually either working on my books or I'm working out.
No, no, when you're not writing.
Oh,
No,
when
when
I'm
you're
not
not writing.
writing.
I'm
Oh
sorry
yeah,
about
when
that.
I'm
Yeah.
not writing, then I'm working either on the truck or I do really love to work out. Um, it's that or I'm just hanging with family and friends. Like I get enjoyment from being with my family and friends.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Now we're going to be at the part of the show where I always give my authors the final word. You can give shout outs, you can basically give advice, whatever it is, the floor is yours.
Hmm. I think I'll do advice because I think I'm good at giving advice. But I would say if you're thinking about doing it, just do it. Don't worry about it. Don't ask no questions. Don't overthink it. If it was placed in your heart, just do it within reason. Don't do nothing crazy now, but within reason, because sometimes you don't know how you inspire others. I'm just getting to the point in my life where I'm slowly starting to receive my flowers, because I always thought I did so much. I was an overachiever growing up, and I always used to feel like I was doing too much. And, people are just starting to let me know, like, no, you wasn't doing too much. Sometimes, we look at you as a goalpost. And I didn't realize that at first. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're doing or want to do, get up and do it. Inspire people because you're inspiring someone, even if it's just your kids, even if it's your dog, you're inspiring somebody to do something. Okay. All right.